can have it all. I can have it all.
Hi, this is Christy Whitman with the Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. And today I'm talking about what is your purpose. You know, a few months back, I went through what I call a spiritual crisis, in the sense that I had a lot of things happening. I've manifested everything I've really wanted in my life. And it's almost like, wow, I have the power. I know if I want something, I can manifest it. And that's such a great feeling. But when I had two very dear women pass within a week's time, my dear Aunt Pat and my godmother, who was just the light of my life and helped me be the light that I am in my life, when they passed within a week's period, all at the same time while my book was launching, and I just gotten over pneumonia, it was like things were happening in extremes. I was left going, what's it all about? Like, what is the purpose, really? I mean, if I teach people how to manifest so they manifest more money and all that, what's the purpose? For why? Like, what's the bigger picture? And it really brought me into a place of like, okay, I've got everything I want. I'm serving people. Why? I'm serving them for what purpose? If we're all just going to go back to non-physical, what is the purpose of all this here? And when we ask big questions like that, ask and it is given. I happen to just be plopping myself down in front of the TV, and I turn on the TV, and Oprah was having a master class with Pastor Rick Warren from The Purpose Driven Life. And I really recommend that each one of you pick up that book. It's an amazing book. But during that 10 minutes that I had to watch, I got so much juice out of it, because Pastor Rick was talking about there are 3 stages really to our purpose. One is survival. Many people are in survival. They feel like emotionally they get from, their whole week is just about to get to the weekend. Oh, it's finally Friday. Now I can live, or I can, they live for that vacation that they take. Every day they're just like, oh God, I gotta go back to work. Or maybe they're living, but they're struggling with something in their lives. Maybe their relationships are just not working, or financially they're having a really hard time, so it's making things really painful. It's like that survival mode. So the second stage he was describing is success. And that's when it's like you feel alive. You feel like, wow, I've got some juice here. I can manifest what I want. Many of you are feeling like that with the tips and tools from the Quantum Success Show and different programs that you've attended, that, wow, I'm feeling successful. I'm a deliberate creator. I can manifest what I want. And you get to this certain level of success where you have a deliberate mastery over what you want to experience in your life. And then there's a point where it's like, beyond that, that's where I went to. Now it's about really contribution, which is the third stage. What he was talking about is significance. What's the significance of all this? And that was the question I was asking myself as I was moving into that stage of purpose. And he said something that was so brilliant that just got me so much more back into line, and I want to share with you on the show, is that a lot of times we think our purpose, oh my God, purpose is such a big, heavy, oh my God, what is that, right? And I was in that space of like, what is my purpose? What is the reason I took a body as a non-physical part? What is the reason I am a woman? And, all the meaning of life. And he said something that was so profound. It gave me permission to stop thinking of this and getting so caught up in this, is that if God gave us and laid out the plan of our whole life and gave us our purpose, it would completely blow our minds away. Our conscious mind could not hold it. And I see that a lot in my light body class, where we go to a different vibration of light, and many of the students feel like they fall asleep because the conscious mind just kind of goes out. And that happens when we're growing, when we're expanding. But like he was saying, we don't need to know the whole entire purpose, like this is your purpose. But what he was saying is that we always know what our purpose is by what we have in front of us. So what your life is like today. For me, it made me take a step back, and I'm like, wow, so what do I have in front of me? What is my purpose? And as I asked that question, my 2 little guys, Alex and Maxim, came running down the stairs, and they came up and gave me a big hug. And I went, wow, in this moment, in this time and space, at the ages that they are, this is my purpose. Later the next day, I was on a call with a group that I run, the Awakening Your Light Body group, and a man was going through some healing. And it was that feeling of like, right now, while I'm helping him shift this energy, shift the things from his past, this is my purpose. When I'm having a conversation with my husband and I'm fully present and he's talking with me and we're connecting and there's love that's being shared, that is my purpose. So for me, this has given me a sense of peace within myself, that everything that is showing up in my life right now, whether it's an opportunity to heal something, whether it's an opportunity to shift from a space of lack to abundance, whether it's an opportunity to just laugh and roll around on the floor with my kids, whatever it is, teaching Alex how to ride a bike, coolest feeling ever. That was my purpose in that time, in that space. And it gives my life so much more meaning. So my invitation to you is take Rick Warner's advice and stop worrying about what the big purpose is, and just know that you have what your purpose is in front of you right now, today. Look for ways of even segmenting your day. And maybe you go to work, and this segment of your work, this segment of your day, whatever time it is, that's your purpose. How do you show up as the best version of you? How do you live as an aligned person, giving what you can into this segment that is your purpose, what is right in front of you? And then you go home, and what's the best version of you as you go home? How do you show up? Who are the people around that you serve and love? That in that moment is your purpose. So I hope this information has helped you. I hope that it helps you feel a little bit more peace within yourself, that you already are living a purposeful life. It's just up to you how you show up in that life. Thank you so much. Remember, universe is always supporting you, supports you in what you give out in your vibration, and you are always asking by what you send out. Ask and you shall receive. Thank you so much. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing and how this information has impacted you. Have a great week. So as always, the best discussions happen after the episode at ChristyWhitman.com, where you can join my community, which I call my family. You'll receive free teleseminars, webinars, ebooks, videos, and much more just by being part of the community. Did you like this video? Then subscribe and share it with everybody you know. Check out these other related videos to help you get inspired and informed.